On today's episode of DeeTour, I really want to scare you. I want to scare you about the panic this virus has caused. And I'm not scaring you for the purposes of like news media to just stoke fear and hope you pay attention to what I say. I really want to scare you because I want to make sure that you are taking precaution in your life so that you will not be severely impacted by the changing consumer behavior, the plunging stock markets, and what this virus can do if it infects millions of people in America or all over the world. How will that affect your business? How will that affect your life? It's a very serious thing. Hope you guys take this stuff seriously because this one, I'm not joking about. I think we have to all take the precaution. I hope you guys can make fun of me in 3 months and say D overreacted. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm okay with that. But if shit hits the fan, I want you to know that I want you guys to prepare for the worst. Panic, panic, panic. Everybody is panicking. If you have a television, if you have a phone, you should be aware that the world is in absolute chaos. And I don't like to stoke fear, but I am very cautious on how I operate when I hear what I'm hearing on the news today. So, coronavirus, something that happened in December, people thought it was only in China, so we didn't pay attention. A couple cases happened in Korea, some started happening in Japan, then Iran, then Italy. A couple cruises got contaminated. Few people passed away. People didn't care. No one changed their behavior. You went on with your life. You kept planning your vacations, spending money like usual. People were cracking jokes at the office. But nothing really changed. Last 10 days, stock market cratered. Now everyone's ears are perked up. What is happening? All of a sudden, several deaths in America. Parts of Washington state are having severe impact with people staying home from work in many big corporations. Schools shut down. There was a priest in D.C. that may have contaminated his entire congregation. And now people are taking it serious. And I don't know what part they're taking serious. Are they taking part the fact that maybe this is a virus that could get them ill and they could potentially die? Or are they taking serious the fact that this is going to potentially derail our economy and change the way we live? And that is what I like to prepare people for. I have had the fortunes of living through 2 recessions. When we started this business in 2001, 2002, we were in a recession, fresh after 9/11, and how people changed their behavior. It was a very tough time for retailers because people were not leaving their houses. People were not spending money. Then in 2008, a complete disaster in the market. We had markets crashing, stock market. We had a high unemployment rate. We had the consumer that lacked confidence, so they weren't buying things. Small businesses crumbled. And you really didn't know how to get out of that situation when you were living through it. And then if you're in your if you're in your 20s or early 30s, you've been fortunate enough to see damn near 12 years of the most unprecedented growth this country has ever had. And you just assumed the good times were never going to end. And now we're at a very interesting point. This virus has made a severe impact on the way the consumer thinks. So the basic step is you're not traveling. You're not going to stay in that hotel. You're not going to rent the car. You're not going to end up going to Las Vegas or Miami or Italy on vacation. Maybe do some vacation shopping. You're not going to eat at that restaurant because it's too crowded. You're not going to want to go to that festival. You don't want to be around all those people. These are the immediate impacts of something like this. And then what happens is that these businesses struggle. These businesses employ millions of people that consume clothes, that consume cars, that consume food at other restaurants, and it starts trickling down. And this is what we all have to be prepared for. This virus is going to affect us all, either by literally infecting us or by affecting our wallets. Are you prepared? Are you prepared to lose your job if you work at one? Are you prepared if your business gets cut in half? How would you handle that? Tomorrow, your sales fall off a cliff. Are you ready for that? Are you looking to raise money? Good luck. That's not happening anymore. You think people want to write a check when there's uncertainty in the world? Are you thinking about a new idea? I would be very cautious on how you're going to approach it and be opportunistic if you think this is the right time, but really think and be cautious about what your next step is. If you're at a company that is stable and you have a great job and you are miserable, too fucking bad. You need to shut up and work. This is the time to play things safe. And I'm not here to scare you, but I'm here to help prevent you from making bad decisions. And I've made many, many bad decisions in my life, and I didn't take a lot of the warning signs serious enough, and we didn't make changes fast enough. And that's how you end up in a very, very ugly situation where it's very hard to recover. A lot of people my age never recovered from the 2008 recession because we were so devastated, the impact it had on our lives, that it was so hard to recover from mentally and financially, that a lot of people have still not recovered. Yeah, they're doing okay, but they lost that like vigor in them because it was so heartbreaking what happened back then. And so today, if you're a young person, you have a lot of ambition, be very, very smart on what you do as your next move. I do agree there's going to be an enormous amount of opportunity. When times are scary and times are tough, this is where entrepreneurs thrive. But how much pain can you stomach? Do you have cash in your bank account where if you don't have income for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, could you go and take a dive into some new entrepreneurial venture? Those are the questions you have to ask yourself. And man, it's like if you're liquid right now and you got cash, you are sitting pretty. There will be so much opportunity to grow your business when the dust settles, reduce your cost, be more profitable, spend money on marketing that's super efficient, that separates you from the pack. There's a lot of interesting things that are going to happen in the next 6 months. With the election coming around the corner, these are going to be very turbulent times. And great entrepreneurs come out of these things even stronger. The first line of defense is really managing what you already have. Are your expenses bloated? This is when it comes to your business and your personal life. Are you planning things that may not make sense given the current environment? Really start thinking about every decision you make, because if you play it right, you can change your life in the next year, because a lot of people will be playing defense. A lot of people will be running for the hills. Big companies, they'll play two ways. They're either going to cut all their spending, play it safe, and say, hey, we have enough cash to outlive any one of our competitors, so we're just going to sit still and watch the world kind of fall apart. And then there's other companies that are like, you know what? We have a lot of cash, and we know people are going to eventually get over this, and we're going to pounce on the opportunity to do so. Look at your industry. How bad will your industry get in the current climate? And be very objective. Don't be naive and think your industry is not going to get affected. Everyone is going to get affected. Really think about this. Take a moment. Talk it through with friends. Talk it through your colleagues. And really think, if you work somewhere or you're a part of a small team, walk through the exercise of what are the things that will change about your business, knowing what we know about coronavirus and how people are reacting to it. If you do not do this, you are fucked straight up. And that's something I am doing in all of my businesses. We are carefully thinking about the impact this virus and consumer behavior will have on our business. And we're making adjustments accordingly. And I wish we could even go faster, but when you have 100 plus people, it's not easy to move mountains quickly, but we're doing it. I suggest you do the same. And if you need help, hit me up. I'm happy to talk through these kind of issues with you, because everyone needs to be objective right now. Don't think with your heart, think with your head. Good luck.